Hey there, welcome back to your channel. And if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Mignana and I talk whatever I want to talk about while I'm going through my healing slash personal growth and also financial growth journey. So today's topic will be writing down things as taking notes and also processing your emotions through journaling. And oh my god, you know what's the first thing that comes in my mind when I think about journaling? It's Vampire Diaries. It is about how Stefan and Elena used to write in their journals. And basically, if you were daggered like an original or something and you wanted to trace back time, you could just read one of the Stefan's journals, right? Because like he documented everything. I wonder how, because in one episode they were looking at one of his journals and I'm wondering, or several, and I'm wondering, did he really carry all those journals around? All those centuries, you know? But alright, that's that. Basically, I don't even remember when I had my first journal, but that was somewhere in the elementary school. But throughout the years, I stopped writing things down, and then I went through really crazy times with like drug abuse, like wrong crowd, life, being diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, losing my best friend to suicide and things like that, you know. And I was really anti-journaling. I was like, what kind of stupid is that? But I'm just looking at my notebook where I process my emotions, and it's funny to me. Irony, right? Never say never. Never say... Okay, I don't want to get copyrighted. From Justin, he's already going through enough, you know? And yeah, like one moment things got so crazy that I was like, what else could I do? And my therapist was like, literally journal. And a little bit more than a year ago, I started journaling, and I still do that. Still, I need to process my emotions. Now I'm like healthy about it. I'm not like, oh, I don't want to like write. I'm like, oh, I feel like writing right now. I need to write it because it will benefit me in the long run. For example, I do trading, right? Financial markets can be pretty volatile and therefore pretty stressful. So what do I do there so I wouldn't like overtrade, or how I like to say, get greedy? I process my emotions before trading, after trading. Also in general, when I started posting on social media, on TikTok, the first hate comments, they hit hard, especially if people are projecting hard, you know. So I started processing all the emotions, and let me tell you, right now I'm one of the most stable person I know, actually. And all those things, meditation, journaling, breath work, they all help, and tremendously. And now after 2 years of intense work on myself, last year in November, end of November or start of December, I graduated my 4-year therapy. You know, basically you can achieve a bachelor in that time. I felt like doing that, like bacheloring in psychology. I used to study psychology as well. Didn't finish though. Got diagnosed. But yeah, need to process emotions, and that helps tremendously. But that is not some woo-woo or something, that is literally neuroscience. Because often we are in such a rush, not only with our lives, with our bodies, with our emotions firstly. We're just run. But often, not from time to time. In nowadays life, whenever all the crazy things are happening in the world, you need to stop. Like at least once a day, take at least 30 minutes for yourself. Stop, like don't let anyone disturb you. Like put do not disturb mode onto the phone. I do that. Like do everything you need for your half an hour you time, and then take a journal and start processing your emotions, or just sit with your emotions. But it could be easier to write them down, because just sitting with your emotions can be a little bit more overwhelming. Therefore, writing them down and like kind of grabbing them by the throat and being like, you're here, okay, I will just look at you, you know, you're not gonna kill me, nothing's gonna happen. Then you take power over them. They cannot control you anymore. And that's basically with many things in life. So yeah, that is about processing emotions. And here, like, this is like a little part of my notes. Actually, it's half or third, I don't know. My measurements with eyes are not so good, but this is what I've been writing down while I'm learning trading and also network marketing, and also working on my mindset. Because there is this saying, note takers are the money makers, and that is completely true. Because, for example, for me, note taking has always been a normal thing, because otherwise my brain cannot process things so easily. I'm also neurodivergent. Hey, my neurodivergent gang here, especially those diagnosed late in life, and especially those who are women. Yeah, also, like, in school, needed to take notes down. In the lecture, for example, I take notes down, right? Then, for example, I don't repeat. Then I have a test. I have photographic memory, and I also can, not only just photographic, I can see full on movies. I just used to, like, in my memory, flip back my notes in my, like, for example, biology notes in my test in my mind, so I could, like, cheat from them, but just from my mind, I hope that makes sense somehow. And also, like, when I write things down, I process them. I also, not only, like, I can roll back the tape in my mind, but I also remember them more easily. If I write one thing over and over again, of course that's gonna drill in my mind. One of the best things actually how to remember stuff, because for me usually to like remember stuff, for like exceptions in French language for example, because I need to understand how things work from the zero, from origins, everything, because my neurodivergent brain just cannot accept things without like thoroughly understanding them. If you're neurodivergent, if you're neurotypical, I'm sorry, you don't know. And when we look at all the writers, not only writers, when we look at the history and so on, what do researchers always look for? Like documented things, written down things. So note takers are really, I don't know, they are money makers for sure, but they are also like living history. Alright, right now I am still going with pretty short type of videos, but I believe with time we can go more in depth. Alright, thank you for being here with me this time. If you hear something in the background, it is my dog destroying her new chew toy. And alright, let's go. Bye, see you the next time. Cheers.